Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Tuplex. I've been working on the rail system. As you can see, I've now got 3 rail grids set up. I set up an iron mine out here where the iron patch was. It's pretty simple. I just covered everything with mining drills, merged a few of the belts, so I could get them down to 4, run them through a balancer, and then into a train. I did decide to go with 1/4 trains instead of 2/8. Actually, I set this up originally as a 2/8, but decided to go back to 1/4, just because the 2/8s would cause the entrance and exit points, even though the train itself fits within my grid spacing, the entrance and exit points would have to extend past the end of the grid, and it just wasn't as clean as I would like. So I'm going to use these 1/4 trains, and I think if we get to a point where we feel like we need more capacity than that, what I'm thinking is, I don't know if there's anything included here. No. We could always add a mod that gives us bigger cargo wagons or more capacity in the cargo wagons. That would be another option. But for now, I'm going to go with this. And I see that this, I don't know. I thought I had the train centered in the grid, but I think perhaps it's not quite in the middle. Let's see. That's 12. Yeah, that's 20. Okay. So maybe maybe I'll adjust it just to put it so that the cargo wagons are centered inside the grid, but for now this is going to work fine. So I do have this set up as an LTN station, so I'm feeding the inventory of all these chests into the stop. Although this train is not running on an LTN request just yet. I just put it there so it could get started. I've also installed a mod called Auto Deconstruct. And what that does is anytime a mining drill runs out of resource, it'll automatically mark it for deconstruction. So the next time you walk by with your bots, or if you have a bot network set up already, it'll clean up the mining drills as they mine themselves out, which I think is a nice feature. In fact, we can run by... Well, I've already cleaned up the copper mine. As you can see, there's... quite a few mining drills have mined out here. Same with iron, as we know. It does not clean up the belts or power poles, however. But in any case, so I added this rail grid. I've got my iron mine set up. I added another rail grid here. I did set up a small depot to get started. Actually, let me go over there, and so I can explain how an LTN depot is set up. It's really quite simple, actually. Now, I haven't used LTN in a while, so I'm kind of relearning some of this stuff as I go. But so basically, what you do for LTN, you have these logistic train network stops, okay, which are different from the normal train stop. And they have a little light, which if you hover over it, you can see that they call that the logistic train stop input. So this is where you put in all of your various control signals. And then I have a mod called LTN Combinator, which makes it fairly easy to feed the signals that you need for LTN. So if you click on it, you can see that with this, you can set your train stop to either be a requester or a provider or a depot, and then it gives you the the various parameters that you can fill in here. Now you can do the same thing with a constant combinator. In fact, this is how I've always done it before, because I haven't used these LTN combinators before. And if you were going to do it with a constant combinator, then you would just have to go and manually select your signals. So you would select stop is a depot, right? Give that a 1. And then this also has the network ID. So you can actually have, several different networks running on the same rail system if you wanted to. Okay. Why did that disappear now? There we go. And then you hook up a signal wire from this combinator to the input, and then that tells this station that this is a depot, right? Now the depot itself, I just named depot 1, and all the stations are called depot 1. And to get a train activated on the system, you just send it to a depot. And once it comes to the depot, it'll automatically configure itself to run with the network. So the next time there's a request to pick up material, it'll leave from the depot, it'll go grab what it needs to grab, and so on. Okay. Yeah, so for the depot, I just set up an entrance point and an exit point. I've only got 3 trains in here now. This is obviously expandable quite a bit. I'm sure we'll need more than 3 trains before too long, but this is good enough to start. I also need to add fuel for these trains, which I have not done yet. Ideally, that would be coming from our fuel line, which I can see is empty because I messed up something. Let's go fix that. When I built the rail grid, oh, there goes one of my bots. 2 of my bots picking up mining drills. All right, so that's the danger of auto deconstruct. Sometimes your bots fly away when you don't really want them to. And what I like about this is it kind of gives you a better visual confirmation of how your mining patches are doing, because when you see the when you see the quantity of drills slowly diminishing over time, you know that you've got an issue that you need to fix. Let's reverse that. There we go. Yeah, so I wonder if all my smelting is running out of fuel. Okay, I think we'll be safe. Okay, yeah, so for the depots, you just set up the stop as a depot and wire it up, and you're pretty much all set. Now for the train stop at the mine, oh, it looks like I had a meteor strike there. All right, let's go up there. All right, so at the train stop for the mine, I haven't configured it. I haven't configured much here yet, but I basically just set it as a provider. And then there are a number of parameters you can set for a provider station. You can set the provide threshold. So what that means is that this won't show that it has material available until there's at least 1,000 ore loaded into these chests. Okay, I have all the chests wired together. At least I think I do. Did I miss? Am I missing the first chest here? Okay, no, that's connected. It's connected to the network. It just graphically it looks like I might have missed it. But anyway, I've got the 48 chests connected. They're all full. That gives us 57K. And there's a green signal there, which is just coming from the train stop input. Here I just set it to a provider, so the provide threshold is at 1,000. That just prevents the trains from running to satisfy very small requirements. So, for example, if you had, let's say you had a train stop that needed, 100 ore, you wouldn't necessarily want a train to make a run just to bring 100 bits of ore, right? So this way it'll come and fill up. And in fact, what we might do is set the threshold to be equal to a full train's load, which is 8,000. So that way a train wouldn't even come here unless it had at least a full load. That'll help reduce traffic. So I'm going to set that to 8,000. Okay, so now a train will only come here to pick up if the request is for at least 8,000 ore. So it'll pick up a full load and then go and drop it off. And one thing we want to try to be careful of is to make sure that we don't have trains partially unloading and then going back to the depot with material still inside. Because if that happens, you're going to have mixed material. Because the trains that come to the depot are not dedicated to any particular commodity. So, if a train came back here, it still had some iron ore in, and then the next request is to pick up green circuits, then you're going to have that train with iron ore and green circuits all mixed together, and that can create a mess. So it's just something we have to be careful about, and we'll keep we'll set things up that way so that we avoid that issue. Okay, we can do a little more research. I can now do cargo rocket silo. I think I already did the satellite rocket silo, right? Or did I not? Let's see. Rocket. Okay, we'll do cargo. And then it looks like that'll unlock the various parts of the cargo rocket, which I can't really use yet because I don't have anywhere to go to. But at least we can get the research started. Okay, so that's that. Hopefully I explained that well enough. And what I'd like to do now is set up the receiving station for the ore and get that fed into our smelters. So that's what we're going to work on today. So I'm going to come all the way down here and we'll figure out how to do this. All right. Now, when I laid down my rail grid over here, I couldn't build the whole thing because I've got a lot of stuff in the way because I wasn't planning on doing this when I was building over here. So you can see that there's a lot of discontinuities in the rails, especially over on this side. I think I could make it work if I spend a little time on it. But for now, I'm just going to leave it like this, especially until this copper gets used up, I would say. And I don't really need to send trains over there for the moment, so I think we'll be okay with that. Okay, so now we need to figure out where to unload the iron ore to feed in here. Now, over here, I think would be a good location to set up some ore stations, because then we can feed directly north into the smelting areas. So let's set it up over here. First, I want to lay down my normal grid so we can get power poles and meteor defense set up. I thought I had a meteor defense thingy with me. I guess I don't. I am making those somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember if it was at military science. No, I think it's in the mall. So let me go pick up another stack of those. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and I'll grab some more ammunition as well, which I'm making right here. Okay. Okay, so now that we've got cargo rocket silo, I can make well, I can do all these upgrades to the cargo rocket silo. I don't need that right now, so I think I'll do braking force first, because that's something that I can actually use, and then we'll queue those up. So we got rocket cargo safety, which reduces the chance that cargo pods get damaged in transit. Didn't know that was a thing. A landing pad, I guess this is for where you're going to receive it. A named landing pad, so that'll be popular on the live stream. People can name things. And then we have the space platform scaffold. Okay, which I guess we're going to need in space to provide a structure to build upon. Okay, so we got lots of cool research coming up. Should we even do these things right now? Let's just hold off. I'm just going to hold off on unlocking that stuff until we get to the point where we're close to being able to use it. You know, and then that'll give us a chance to buffer up some steel and just kind of solidify what we're doing. I don't like to feel rushed, and when I start building too far ahead, I do start to feel like I'm a little bit rushed. Okay, so I need to move this belt so that I can get my power poles where I want them to go. So let's do this. I'm going to move this over by 2 tiles. And we'll reroute it this way. You know, let's keep that there. So we'll let this belt empty out. Okay. That's where it should go, I think. Oh, no, that's not in the right place. Goes there. This one is not in the right place. There we go. Okay, now let's go finish this up. Ah, there's a cliff there. That's why I'm getting stuck. Okay. Give that 10 to protect our stuff. All right. So, we're going to need an unloading station. So actually what I'll do is I'm going to copy this. Just because that gives me the train length that I need. I'm going to hold down Shift. All I want are the entities. I don't want the train stop names or the trains or anything like that. Okay. And then let's figure out where this ought to go. Yeah, let's find the middle here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's the middle. And how much space should we leave? Actually, I think I'm going to want the ore emptying from the other side. So let's leave a lot of room here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then we'll actually get rid of all that. Okay, and we'll call this let's see, do I want the name by location first, or do I want the name by the commodity first? I think we'll go by location first, so we'll call this main iron ore unload. Okay, braking force is done. The next one is going to be logistics system, as soon as we can manage it. Swarm safety. Oh, neat. Okay. And then this one is going to be a requester station. Request threshold. We'll make the request threshold 8,000. Which is a full train. So anytime the inventory drops below 8,000, it'll request it. And then here in the output, we put in the commodity that we want and how much we want. I'm going to wait to do that. First, I'm going to go I need to get more rail. Up here. All right, so let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That ought to be enough. I have a lot more chain signals than I probably need to hold on to right now. Let's get rid of those. And I need big power poles. I'll get a stack of those. I think everything else I'm okay with. Oh, okay. So we have some options. Up here I'm using regular steel chests to create a buffer between the mine and the train. So each one of those chests has 48 slots. The trains themselves only have 40 slots. So in this buffer we can hold enough material to fill 6 or 7 trains just using those chests. The only thing I don't like about this is over time the contents of each chest can get unbalanced. Now you can do circuit controls for this, but for example, if I'm running a lot of ore trains, eventually what you'll see is the chests in the middle will always be full and the ones on the end will often be empty, because as they feed in here, you know, these inserters get first. They get dibs on whatever's coming down the belts, and then these do, and then the ones on the end do. And when any of these chests are empty, that reduces the number of inserters that are actively putting stuff into the train, and that makes the load time increase because you have fewer active inserters. Because if the chest is empty, then this inserter is not doing anything, and this one's not doing anything, and now you only have 4 inserters putting it into the train instead of 6. So there's a couple ways that you can deal with that. One of those is you can use combinators and circuits to control it, so that the chests are all receiving a relatively equal amount of material. But I find that to be a little bit cumbersome to set up, and and it also impacts the game performance. So the other option, especially in this game, since we're using warehousing mods, is we could instead put them into these 6x6 warehouses. And now these have tons of storage slots, but we're going to be controlling how much comes in with LTN. So we don't necessarily have to worry about accumulating tons and tons and tons of material. So what I'm going to do in this case is I'm going to create some of these warehouses. These are 6 by 6. So we'll have, well, I mean, you've seen them before. I've got one right here. So with this, you can fit 6 inserters going in and 6 inserters coming out, and they're all adding to and pulling from the same container. So that makes the loading and unloading times really fast. Now the drawback with that, of course, is that it takes up a lot of space, because this only takes up 1 tile, whereas the warehouse is going to take up 6 tiles. So, you know, it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other, as they say. No, it's not, because they're not the same. Never mind. That was not a good use of that expression. So you can take your pick. If you want to use a lot of space, I think... Okay, so over here we're going to need to run ore, iron ore, copper ore, stone, coal, and probably uranium. Maybe uranium, let's say. So if we were going to do that, if we use warehouses, can we fit all of those in here? I think we probably can. And if we had loaders, it would be even better, but we don't have loaders with SpaceX. That would be another mod, which I'm not planning to use. Yeah, okay, so let's see. Now I'm torn. Let's just keep it simple. I'll just use the chests. I'll use regular vanilla steel chests. And we won't worry about that little issue. Okay, so I'm going to line this up right there. I'm going to relocate the lights to the near side of the track. Or the near side of the power pole, I should say. And then we throw in our stack inserters. Okay, and at this point we should probably use red belts. Okay, so we'll do that. Okay, and now we have a functioning unloading station. And then the other thing that we need to do is we need to connect our inventory to the input so that the station knows how much material I've got stored. Okay. And then, like I said, we're going to set our target level, and I'll probably set it to 16,000, which will give us two train loads. And then once it drops, once it drops below a certain value, it'll go get more. Okay, so now we just need to connect this to the rail network, and I think we can do that down here fairly easily. So what I'm going to do is put in our exit point. Shoot, which interferes with that. All right, well, let's see. That, I think, is where I want it to be. I'm going to pull up my... Let's see. Yep, this is the out, which goes right there. So those belts are in the way again. Actually, I've got multiple things in the way here. What if I move this here? Or no, what if I move it this way? Then we're getting in the way of the power poles. Yeah, all right. So I think that's really the best place for that. We'll have to make a few adjustments here. think a red is not going to make it across. No. Okay, let's do this. Okay. That should work. Yeah, and then I am going to have to move this pole. Let's see if I put it right there. Okay, good. It's still long enough. Okay, so there's our exit point. And then for the entrance point, we'll need to put a signal, which we can put right there. Okay, and then we look for the 1x in, which goes right there. And that's got something in the way as well. Okay, so we'll need to move that signal. Let's get those trees out of the way. Okay, so that way a train can come in from this way, or it can come in from this way. Okay, so now this is ready to receive. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to unload this train. So I'm going to manually send it over here. Let's see, I'll tell it to go to main or unload and just wait there until it gets a circuit condition. And now we can start to see the rail system in action. And then when it finishes, I'll send it back to the depot. Okay, and we can see on that circuit there, we can see our, we can see the inventory level increasing. It'll go up to 8 once all those chests are loaded. $7.8K. Now that is not what I was expecting. Oh, it's because some of it came out onto the belts. All right, so that's all right. Okay, so we'll set it to manual, delete that, and then I'm just going to send it to the depot. And once it gets to the depot, then LTN will take control of it. And we should see that light turn blue, which means that there's a train parked there and it's ready for action. Boom. Okay, so now we have 3 trains all standing by. Now at this point, I can start to set things up. So now I can tell it what it is that I want it to bring and how much I want to have stored in my chests. All right, so we're going to set this to iron ore, and we'll set the desired level to 16,000. And that should send a train. Okay, not yet. Why is that? Does that need to be a negative number? Or does this need to be a negative number? I want 16,000. Okay, I'm going to pause for a second. Be right back. Okay, I think maybe I need to set this as a negative number since it's a request. Let's see. There we go. Okay, yeah, so I set it to negative 16K. That sent a train. Creating delivery from iron 1 to main iron ore. Unload 8,000 iron ore. Okay, so it's going to pick up a full train's worth. Ooh, and I've got this slightly misaligned. I need to fix that. Ugh, that's a pain. I'm off by 1 tile. Okay, there's the 8,000. And now the train should come here to unload. At which point I'll still be less than the 16,000 that I want, but not enough less to trigger another delivery, since my threshold is at 8,000. So it'll only send a train when I need 8,000. At least that's my prediction. So after this, then the train should go back and just wait. Again, I haven't used it in a while, so hopefully I've still got that right. And then we just need to figure out how to tie this all in with my smelting. Okay. Yeah, so now we are, you can see that we're short 192, but that should not generate any requests. Now, the other thing that we can do here, and the other thing that we should do here, can I set the maximum number of trains here? I can change the train length, but I'm only going to use 1 length of train, so I don't need to mess with that. And I think we can also set the maximum number of trains to allow at any one time. Let's see. Limit trains. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to set that. That will set it so that it only sends 1 train at a time. Because I don't have a stacker or any place for a train to park here. Now, if demand gets so high that I need a couple trains running all the time, then we can change the limit, but then we just need to set up a place for trains to park if this station is busy when the train gets here. But for now, I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, we got some more mining drills to pick up. I'm actually anxious to get all this mined out so I can clean this area up and have more room to build things. That's always a goal of mine. When I'm playing Factorio, I just want to get my starting area mined out as soon as I can. And it looks like we're out of fuel again. Okay, let's get that brought in there. There we go. And we'll clean this up. And while I'm doing this, or not while I'm doing this, but before we finish today, I want to add some fuel to the trains. And actually, we can do that. We can do that manually right now. I'll just grab as much of this processed fuel as I'm able to. Okay. And then we'll go over to the depot and I'll just throw it in a chest for now. And then later on we'll get, maybe by train we'll take fuel over here. Or maybe we'll figure out some way to produce fuel locally. Okay. Alright, so we'll throw in a chest, inserter, load it up with fuel, keep some for my rockets, or for my jetpack. And then we just do that. Okay. There. And this way, whenever the train comes back to the depot, it'll get fuel added to it, so it never runs out of fuel. The depot is really the best way to refuel because all the trains come to the depot. In this way, you only need fuel in one place. Now, is there a way that I can make fuel from nothing? Isn't there something I can do with water? I thought there was a way. I thought there was a way to make fuel from water or something. What am I thinking of? Maybe I'm daydreaming. Let's see. Processed fuel. All right, well, it comes from fuel. I thought there was some sort of recipe that I could, well, okay, probably I'm just dreaming, but I thought there was a way I could make fuel from like water and copper or something like that. I don't remember. Yeah, so ideally if I could make fuel here, but I think probably what we'll need to do is just have bots bring it over once we get to that phase. This will be fine for now because we're not going to have a lot of train traffic for quite some time. Okay, now let's get all this stuff worked in. And then I'll see if I can make enough room to throw in another steel line over here, which is what I really need. Okay, I think I'm going to need to rip all this up. I know what we can do. Yeah, let's just tear all this up. Whoops, 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 whoops. Crap. Okay. And we'll dump all that ore out here. There we go. All right, now let's pick all this up. And we're just going to reconfigure where all this stuff goes. I'll pick up all the power poles too. I don't care. We'll fix it. The bots are not good at picking up stuff, picking up belts when there's stuff on them. It takes forever. There we go. Okay, we'll dump that off here. All right. Pick that up. Pick that up. Let's get all these leftover bits of belts. Yeah, you know what? Let's, I'm just going to pick up this entire thing and rebuild it so it takes up less space. Let's pick up the miners first, and then I can pick up the belts. I think that'll be easier. This mess of power poles I have everywhere. Okay. I'll pick up the belts manually. Hit Shift C to get rid of the ore. And so what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm just gonna dump all the ore into a chest, into a big warehouse, and then take it out of the warehouse to all my different points of use. And that's where having mini loaders would really be handy. Maybe I should add those. No, let's just challenge ourselves. We'll do it with inserters. Okay. So let's do this. Right. I'm going to lay out the space that I need for that. Okay. So this is kind of maximum density mining drills. There. Actually, you know what? Let's have this belt go the other way, so it's not getting in the way of our smelting over there. There we go. Oh, okay. And then I just need to get the power connected from one side to the next. There we go. All right. All right, so let's build a couple of those big warehouses. I'm gonna need concrete, which I'm making over here. Let's see. Yeah, it's 100 each, and then I need a bunch of steel, which I don't have. Let's see. Where can I steal some? Ha ha ha. Okay, 1, 2. All right, so we'll have this come down this way. All right, and then we'll go into a warehouse. So all that'll go into this warehouse. All right, let's just power that up. And I think that'll be enough. Yeah, that's more than enough inserters to take care of that. Looks like I'd probably be okay with just a couple at a time. 4 on each side, so I think 8 inserters out will be able to keep up with it. Okay, and I'll just load those onto a couple of red belts. Okay, and then I'll put the other warehouse. Well, yeah, I'll put the other warehouse right here. You know what? I think I do want loaders. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I just installed the Miniloaders mod. We'll have to do a little bit of research. Let's cancel that. And we'll get the red, yellow, red, and blue. Should be very quick. Okay, so let's quit with the with all these inserters. All right, so we'll make of course I need more steel. Who knew that steel would become such a problem for me? Okay, so there's a chute. What does a chute do? A mini loader. And a filter mini loader. What the heck is a chute? Is that just a really cheap loader? That's only 3.75 items per second. Don't know. Okay, and then we'll need to make some of the red ones as well. That's research is almost done. Let's wait here and see if I need to grab any more material. Ooh, and they take stack filter inserters. Scary. Okay, yeah, for that we need copper. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that crafting queue. I should get some green circuits. Yeah, let's just cut that out. I'm gonna need 6. No, I'm gonna need more than 6. I think I need 10. Okay, I think that'll do it. All right. Okay, so the 4 going in, I guess it goes this way. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and they need power. Okay. All right, there we go. And this is the mod. It's just called Miniloader by Therax, I think. Okay. So now, so we got 4 yellow belts going in, which means we can have 2 red belts coming out. just like that, and we'll put 2 of those loaders in that direction. Oh, don't tell me. Do I need a pair to get out of a chest? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Huh, I guess we missed. 8 shots fired, and only 1 meteor was destroyed. That's not very good. Okay. Do I have to do it like that? No. Waiting for source items. So how do I get it? How do I get it to come out? That's in, that's out. Does it not work with this warehouse? Ay, ay, ay. Maybe it doesn't work with this warehouse. Yeah, of course I can't pick it up. Alright, well let's stop loading things into there. Let's try a little experiment here. No, that doesn't work either. Jeez. Waiting for source items. Oh, do I have to tell it? Is that, did I make a filter? Oh, I made filter mini-loaders. Okay. That's why it's not working. So I think if we just set that for iron ore, then we should be good. Okay. My mistake. I picked the wrong kind of loader. Okay. Whew. I was getting worried there. Okay. And then I've got 4 belts here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the other warehouse right there. Yeah, right here. Okay. I'll just put a power pole on each corner. All right, and then we got to set the filter. Whoops, we'll have 4 on this side, and then I need yet more of those. Okay. Okay. All right, so then these things are all putting their stuff in the warehouse, and then from the warehouse I can take out as many belts as I want, and everything will be balanced. All right, I'm going to get more stack inserters so I can make more of these things. I did hook up the stack inserter production over here. All right. And I need more steel. Okay. Now we can see that another delivery of iron ore is now being scheduled, since our sources are depleting now. All right. life is about to improve. All right, who wants steel? Who wants iron? And those are ready to be upgraded to yellow belts later on. Okay, and now we can add another iron line, and we'll have exactly what we need to put into it too. Alright, looks like I'll have to ditch a couple more of these mining drills. Okay, and I am holding on to some furnaces from the science build. So we'll go pick those up in a minute. Alright, and we might as well put the buffer over here too. Okay, so I need inserters and furnaces. Oh, crud. I only have 50 furnaces. That's not going to be enough. Well, it'll be enough to get started anyway. No, actually, I need 48. Yeah, I need 96, so I got enough. I do need more inserters, though. Let's see. I need yellow. I need blue. And yeah, I think that's good. Okay, there's another delivery of ore. Oh, and I'm going to be bringing lots of deliveries of ore for a while since I'm in the process of filling up this warehouse. Let's see, how much does this hold? Oh, okay, it's full now. Right, so now it'll be somewhat balancing things. Now what I can do, we can prioritize so that we take this ore before we take this ore, because I want this to mine out fast, remember? So I'll turn these belts on when iron ore, let's say it's got 25k, when it's, let's say when it's less than 20,000. Okay, so that way when this starts to run low, then it'll bring in ore from the train station. But until then, it'll just prioritize whatever's coming in from this side. And it looks like we can fit a couple more drills up there. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Now we got some steel. Oop. Got a problem over here. Okay. All right. So, so this is a really good reason to use warehouses and loaders. I mean, you could do this with inserters too, of course, but what makes this nice is you can add material from lots of different sources, and then you can take out material to lots of different sources, and you don't have to worry about belt balancers and all that sort of stuff. Right? So this way everything's coming out, it's going in here, and then you just take out as many sources as you want, and the loaders they'll all get, you know, I don't know if it works in round robin or how it allocates material, but they'll all get the same amount of material. All right, let's just go repair our red circuits real quick. I think it was red circuits. Yeah. That got hit by meteor. I should probably make some more repair packs. If I can. I can't. I never have any stuff. My inventory is always full and I never have anything. It's kind of weird how that works out. Okay, well here's copper. What else do I need? Stone and iron. Okay. Here's some stone. Where are you going? Ah, okay. Alright, that's repaired enough, I guess. Here's some iron plate. Stone. There we go. Okay. Now we got more repair packs. Okay, so our iron problems are solved for now. Our steel problems are solved for now. More steel. Good. Upgrade smelting. I'm going to hold on to that one. We don't really need it yet. I have plenty of iron and I have plenty of copper, so I don't feel the need to upgrade all those furnaces at this moment. In fact, I think the best time to do this will be when I have a robot network that can do it for me. But I am quite happy that we have a lot more steel production now, because that was desperately needed. And we've got plenty of ore, all the ore that we could possibly imagine. Not quite that much. But we do have a lot coming in. Let's see how this is doing. Yeah, see, this is already full. I'm just waiting for the next train. So we're all set there. So next up on the list is going to be nuclear power, and then chemical science packs, and then I think we'll be able to get into space after that. I'm really looking forward to launching a satellite and getting to the space portion of the space exploration, because so far we've just been exploring the surface of Novice, which, interesting as it is not our ultimate goal. So, all right, well, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.